Hey guys, Laz here. You're probably seeing by the title, it's a Snail Shell product. Why have I not made a review of the Sandhouse Sisters by the same company, you might ask? The footage got corrupt and I did not want to bother doing the whole entire video all over again because I had something special planned for that video. So, yeah, I kind of have to live with that. That failure. So not only is this video gonna be about Aileen here, but also I'm just gonna give a little synopsis of how I feel about the Sandhouse Sisters and Snail Shell as a company. Especially the last one's gonna mean more so towards the end of the video, because I have this figure on me and I'm gonna unbox it. As usual, these unboxing segments happen way in advance, so you're seeing the figure still new in box now. The review portion will be like at least 2 weeks later. That's how I do my videos. Yeah, let's unbox her now. Oh, before we get to the unboxing segment, I should say, like, 2 weeks is just an estimate. It could be a week, could be a few days, depends how I feel, but usually it's at least a week, if not 2 weeks, if not maybe a month, or in some cases a year, depending. Depending if I procrastinate to forget. Now let's get to the unboxing.
Vantage.
Is done, and here we have Aileen, and she's hard to stand because of her heels. So one of the things we're going to showcase immediately is the stand that this figure comes with. and it's gonna plug into her bun hole, not that hole, the actual hole, peg hole in her bunny tail. She's a bunny girl, so that's kind of the whole shtick. Trying to review this figure is gonna feel so awkward. Well, at least for those watching it. I'm just kidding. It's gonna feel awkward for those who aren't into the bunny girl aspect or the design. For those who are gonna stay for the video, I'm just gonna assume y'all are cultured like me, and just gonna enjoy what is essentially eye candy. This figure is eye candy, like straight up. Like she's cheeked up on a Tuesday morning and in a lewd bunny outfit. Most of my viewers are guys, I know this for a fact, and most of them really enjoy this design. I know that for a fact. Do not argue statistics with me in my channel. But yeah, like sexy appeal design. Like actually though, this figure it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I like it. Having messed around with it for a good while, as I said in that segment, I forgot when the hell I made that segment, but that segment I said the unboxings are made way in advance before the reviews, before the actual review portion. So there you go. Do I want to constitute them into separate videos? No. I feel that they should be together with the main videos. But yeah, no, this figure is pretty fantastic. She's hard to stand on her own because the heels are like that. But while we appreciate all the details, all the glorious things that we can see, all the things that make people act up, anyone who enjoys bunny girls, even the ladies, those who enjoy bunny girls and they're acting up right now because of this, I don't blame you. I do not blame you. I sympathize with you, in fact. I love her face detail. It's like, this is sort of a Figma, except the scale is bigger. I think this is a 1/12 scale, I think, or a 1/9. I don't know. I think 1/12. So they're slightly bigger than Figma, to my knowledge, at least from what I've seen with the Sandhouse sisters. Yeah. So not only would this review really encompass Aileen, but also Snail Shell as a whole, because I have 3 of their figures now, and I'm thoroughly pleased with them. Let's go over articulation first. We got a whole like similar, I think it's just a ball joint in the head, or there's like a peg going on, but you can turn left to right, you could do head tilts here and there. Just don't go too crazy with it, because you know you could get knocked out of whack. Her ponytail can turn left to right. I'm just gonna put it like a classic ponytail. Arms can move out like so, essentially 360, and you can just sort of pop them out for a longer range. I don't want to do that personally, just because it looks kind of ugly, and I kind of fucked it up. All right, that's better than nothing. You got bicep rotation, you got elbow bend, double elbow bend, you got wrist swivel, you got upper chest movement, slightly kind of exposes the bunny suit mold, but hey, you can still make it work. She still looks hot no matter what pose you put her in. It could be the Jacko pose, it could be anything. It could be in a full Nelson, it could be in a pressing pose, you know. Yeah, you can do what you want with this figure. Dear God, I'm gonna get so many hate comments. All right, legs can go out yay far, kick forward yay far, and back yay far without ruining the butt sculpt. You got not thigh, well, we do have a thigh rotation. Also, I want to comment, this material is squishy soft, not like super squishy, but you can kind of give it a little squish and you can feel it. You can bend her knees. They're all double jointed. I can't. I don't know what happened there. You got ankle movement. And if you turn this around, of course, you could get classic ankle tiltage. However you want to handle that. That is on you. However you want to mess with this figure. So, apparently to my knowledge, she comes in with the peace signs on default. So you can just kind of get her doing this and be all cute about it. Kind of fitting for the bunny motif. She's got high heels. She's hard to stand on those high heels, so I'm gonna keep her on the stand here. Got the classic bunny ears, one tied down. What we can do though, without tearing off her ponytail, is switch up her face. This is surprisingly difficult. This thing has been so tight on my copy. Almost there. The instructions say to pry it off, so it's a little tight. There we go. We got it. Got the hair out. And I flipped her face over. Now, something with the Sandhouse sisters as well is that their eyes are movable. So you can, with the included bunny staff here, it's cross-shaped. You can make the eyes do different poses. See that? So they don't give you a limit, they don't give you multiple faces because they want you to mess with the eyes. Like so. Like so. She doesn't have the mouth for it, but you can make her look up like she's insane. Like that. I'm just gonna not gonna keep it like that, but you kind of get what I'm throwing down. Let me just rearrange her eyes like so. Not perfect, but definitely not perfect. This one needs to be a little bit lower, I think. And I tried. But yeah. Speaking of faces, you can give her a winking face. That's what she's got. And only one eye to move. And then now she's looking to the left. And I'm gonna do it like that just because adds to the appeal of the figure, which is the looks primarily. There we go. There we go. So that's simple. You could do a lot more with her. Don't worry about it. But yeah, this is gonna be your little tool. You can use this as a staff too, but I'm just gonna use this like a little tool for the eyes. Sandhouse sisters come with one too, but it's just a small peg. This one is a lot nicer because it's a key. That feels nice. Let us discuss different hand options. Let me just pull them out right here. Right there. And so she's got two pointer hands with open fingers, so I'm gonna assume these are like trigger hands. But I doubt it because we got this kind of hand, which if you really want to try, you can make it hold the gun, though it don't look right. So maybe that one hand, or these hands are like for that. You can also do it with this one, but again, it doesn't really fit the whole motif. You get two different or similar like open weird hands. I don't know what this is for. Like maybe it's for the bike. You got two pointers. I'm gonna assume this is for the gun. I'm gonna make that executive assumption. I say executive because this is my video. Yeah. Oh, well, that does fit. Okay. Yeah, trigger hands. And then you've got a pincher and a pointer. Both are left-hand mold. Well, the pointers are pairs. Oh, so then these would be like pinchers or whatnot. Or they can make a heart. Like, you get the whole gist of it, make a heart. Something like that. And then you got two really open hands. Oh, wait, I already showed those earlier. Oh, well. You got another bunny tail with no peg hole, made of a softer plastic. I'm not gonna attempt to pull it out from her. The pincher hands, I believe, can be used for this device. I think this is her gun, just unfolded or folded. Let me see. Yeah, I think this is what could be used for it. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what it's used for. I could be wrong. In fact, let me check. So it doesn't say. I'm just gonna assume yes, or this could be her gun, but folded. And yeah, give me a moment. All right, before we continue on with the figure, I did want to talk about the fact that she came with a motorbike, the Cyclone Bunny. That is a rolling wheel, yes. That's a motorbike because of the stand that helps it, well, stand. And though she's not actually going to be sitting, we just kind of put her there. You kind of get the idea of what's supposed to happen. Also, I changed her pose and hands, but for all intents and purposes, I'm just gonna take the bunny tail off with it and put the other one up. For all intents and purposes, though, she does sit on it pretty well. It comes with other parts. I would assume it's for like putting the pedals on and everything. They're just simple plug-in ports right here, but they don't do a good job with the stability somewhat. Like, you can make it work, but it ain't gonna be that well. That's one thing. I don't think the bike is I don't think the bike is worth it, in all honesty. But you can have her sit in it. I guess we'll put these on. So that's what these are for, anyways. It doesn't even come with instructions, like, really. Well, it kind of does, but they don't help all too much. You know what? I'm gonna take a look at them, just see if they help. Yeah, the instructions don't help too much, and all things considered, it looks kind of goofy. Bike looks kind of goofy with her on it, because she looks almost way too big. Yeah. If there is a weak point to this whole set, it is the bike itself. At least trying to make it work with the figure. It's just not gonna work out. It's just not gonna work out. So yeah, I'm gonna change her up slightly, just the posing, mainly the lower legs, and then we're just gonna do size comparison after that. Which, spoiler alert, will just be the Sandhouse sisters, because they're the only real comparable ones that I have out so far. Oh yeah, one thing I forgot about the bike is that there's a knife stored. So you probably saw one of the knives she was holding. You can store them in here. I still think this bike is the weakest part of the whole set. That won't change my thought, but yeah, it's nice to know that at least there's something else you can do. That I just found out too today. Yeah, over the course of the time I had this figure, I just found that out. I'm dumb. And here we have with all the Snail Shell figures that I possess so far. Yeah, Aileen is really good. But if you ask my personal opinion, I do prefer the Sandhouse sisters better. Shikura and Saori. I prefer the twins better. Partially because they just look a lot more sexier than the Bunny Girl. I like the Bunny Girl aesthetic, but these two don't need to do that, and they look a lot hotter. Not only that, they also look more badass because of the whole thing going on with their stance, their accessories. The fact that she can split her hands open if you equip the articulated hands. For the horny people, bigger tits and bigger ass and bigger thighs. Yeah, you get it. You get it. You can see it clear as day too with these two. They cooked with these figures. That's the whole synopsis. That's the whole summarization of the entire video that I had to scrap because most of it was corrupted anyways. Most of that video was corrupted. But in a nutshell, these two are amazing. If you can find them online in the aftermarket or somewhere in a local store or whatever, get your hands on these two. They're great. They pose fantastic, as you can see here. Aileen, for the same company, poses really great as well. However, it's not that she has any problems other than the bike being the weak link, but it's a bunny girl. There's only so much you can do with the bunny girl, and there's like a lot of those out there. These two are very unique in their own right, and at the same time, they make a great pair. So it's like, at that point, do I recommend buying this figure? If you don't have these two, then yeah, I'd absolutely recommend buying her. Well, I mean, let me rephrase that. If you don't have these two and you're not willing to deal with the bullshit that is the aftermarket prices for these guys, or for these twins, go for Aileen. Or wait for Snail Shell's other releases, because they also have so many other bangers there too. This is another banger, but I'm kind of indifferent towards bunny girls. They're hot, yeah, but only so much you can do, and the outfit only leaves so much to the imagination. These two do it really well. Also, one thing I will note is that these are like super squishy. Like, that seems really bad that I'm pointing it out and I'm squishing it, but that kind of tells you also excuse me, that also really tells you how much love and care is put into the quality of these figures. And she's not bad, but by comparison to these two, along with the bike being the weakest link in the set I got her with, she's looking to be less than these two in terms of favoritism for me. Still an amazing figure, just these two are better. And if you're willing to put up with the aftermarket bullshit, definitely get these two over Aileen. If you don't want to deal with that, or you don't like how these two look, or you're really into bunny girls, then absolutely get Aileen. Absolutely get her. I had fun messing with her during the time I had her, from unboxing to now. She's great. I love her. I love these two a lot more by a far margin. And that is nothing bad against her. That is nothing negative against her. It's just that these two are absolutely goated. That's how hard Snail Shell cooks for their figures. That's how hard they cooked when I got these. God tier. As for Aileen as her own thing, yeah, also God tier. I can proudly say that. If you're into buying hot women like this, then yeah, that's fine. I don't see any problem with that. People are gonna call you degenerate. Some will, and like, who cares? Don't worry about that. You buy figures because you enjoy them in whatever capacity. For me, I do buy the statues, but I tend to love the posable figures a lot more because I could pull something off like this where we could look both beautiful, badass, and really sexy. Really sexy. Yeah. You can pull it off with these two. You can certainly pull it off with her. Just the bunny girl stigma doesn't have an effect on me. I'm indifferent to it. If it were a fox girl, then that would be a whole different story. If it were a kitsune, that would be an entirely different story. Just I think I might have simped super hard for Tamamo no Mai, the Figma. The Fate Tamamo Figma. So yeah. This is too much of a ramble and long-winded rant. This is the reason why these videos sometimes end up being like 30,000 years long. But anyways, you guys, if you liked me going through the figure, me pointing out what the weakest link in my opinion was, and me talking about these two because I haven't done a review for them, mainly because the review I did do for them got corrupted. I'm still angry about that a year, like so much time later. Either way though, I enjoy Snail Shell as a company. I love their figures. I love it. However, there's another competitor, and I'm going to show that teaser right now. All right, here's the figure I was talking about. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. China has been cooking a lot lately. See you guys in the next video.